Hey there, it's Elizabeth, and welcome back to another ramble session. Excuse me while I push up my chair. Oh my goodness. Well, I hope y'all are doing well. I hope you had a great week. We had, a regular week, regular old week. Um, yes. Thank you all so much for being here. I really appreciate it. We're just going to kind of clean off the desk and show you this that I have been working on. So we'll show you that in a minute. Let's see. Nothing going on in the hood as I'm looking out. We had a rain shower a little bit ago. The poor guy across the street, he was washing his car. Isn't that the way? Isn't that the way it always happens? So, yes, this is my calendar that I've been working on. Um, I got it at the Dollar Tree, and yeah, last year. So you guys had gave me a really good response to it, and I appreciate that. It has been a lot of fun. It's something that I can just come in here on the daily, and just write down little things here and there, put a sticker here and there, and it's done. So that part I really like a lot. um yeah, so it's been fun. I am going to be going through this and doing not like a flip, because it's not a regular journal where you flip the pages, but to do it, I think I call them at a glance. Yeah, we're going to be doing August at a glance soon. And I told you I have not gone. Oh, okay. Yeah, I started it in April and then I went kind of backwards, and I haven't really done anything here. Uh, well, I mean, I started it. Yeah, I started it, but I did not finish it. So I have written down here in pencil the different things that we did so that I can go in and, you know, do it. So there's that. And yes, I spent a little bit of time fussy cutting a few little things. It's hard for me to see this because usually I used to be able to look, right above and see what I was filming, but now I can't because there's a big glare over it from my window. So anyway, I had made little, there goes my chair again. You guys, do you guys have a chair that just has a mind of its own? I'll come sit on it, and then all of a sudden I feel like I'm getting lower and lower and lower. I'm like, what the heck? Anyway, I did go through and I made, these are like little clip arts that I do. If you can see them again, now I have to get back up again. There they are. Um, am I going back down? Yep. It's like as soon as I stand up, I start going back down again, and then I have to lift the chair up. Ugh. Anyway, here are my little telephones that I just went on. These are clip arts that I've had for years and years. So I just go onto my printer and I just reduce the size, or I make a new printable and reduce the size. My little brains for when I go to the noggin doctor. Um, these are down below. That is the TV. Am I shaking, you guys? I'm sorry. That's a little TV that I drew a couple years ago. I have that down below in the description box. So yeah, I just printed them out smaller so that I could have little things to put on my calendar. Now, because I don't want to purchase like planner stickers, or I don't want to purchase anything really. So yeah, I get these little these are my memojis, I think they're called. I'm not really sure. But yeah, I think there goes the train if you could hear it now. And so many of you have either lived by trains or you live by a train. So I think that's so cool. Um, anyway, these little things, what I do for these, because I know someone's going to ask, is I open the notes section of my phone and I type in, these little memoji things, and then I transfer that to a Word document. I copy and paste them to a Word document, however many I want, whatever size I want. I resize it, make it bigger, make it smaller, whatever. And then I print them all out on a sheet. So those are super simple. And then what I did as well is I found some clip art for little Remington. Yeah. See, so I cut them out so that they're small enough to fit in my little square. He got a bath this day, and so did I. But yeah, he got a bath. So I have these. Sorry if it's shaking. Um, yeah, that I can paste in. And so they're, small enough. You know what I mean? Because again, like I said, I don't want to spend money on little like planner stickers and all that. I've got so many uh, stickers and stuff. I need to make them work for me, and not just that, but I can print things out as well and just cut them out myself. The only thing that I did purchase are these. And these, I guess they're planner stickers. I'm not really sure, but I like to put a little camera here. I just use washi tape but for when I film, right? This is when I filmed my Color Me Blue glue book page. And so, yeah. And let me see, you know what? Hmm. I bet, okay, let's use one right now. I did film, I'm sure that I filmed um on this day. On the 13th, I had to have filmed my Ramble session. So we'll just leave that there. And there are a lot of them, so they're clear stickers, super simple. I love it. Yeah. And I'm not going to print something out that small and, cut it out. But anyway, so there is that. I did that this week. Um, yeah, and I'm all caught up. Yeah, this was yesterday. I was irritated yet again because my prescription was incorrect. So I will be changing doctors very soon. Yes. So anyway, this is today. I'm filming this on Sunday the 20th, and there you have it. My daughter just texted me and asked me if I wanted to go to a craft fair with her. Unfortunately, that is, well, not unfortunately, that is something I would love, absolutely love to do with her. However, I'm feeling pretty potsy today, and it's probably because I'm irritated, I was irritated yesterday, and then it kind of kicks me into a flare, and then anyway, so I won't be doing that. But I don't think so. Hopefully she and her boyfriend will stop by either on their way to or on their way back. I don't know. Or maybe I'll change my mind. I don't know. But my husband's been feeling puny too. He's been in really like a lot of pain lately. And so that's, yeah, not so great. But anyway, we're going to get on with it. So here are the stickers that I use frequently, and it helps me to just have this small-ish pile, right? To use. Hopefully I'll be using one of these cleaning ones today because I need to clean our spare bathroom, but I don't know if that's going to happen or not. However, it is nice to just have this little-ish stack next to me so that I don't have to, finger through all of my stickers because that's just a pain in the rear, right? So there's that. I also, oh, there was a truck driving by, a little girl in the back seat looking out the window. So cute in her car seat. Okay. Then I worked on this. Okay. I am sort of satisfied with it. I do like the way it came out. I was playing around with my jelly plate. I have not, let me think. Last Christmas, I received two jelly plates, one from my daughter and one from my daughter in law. So that was very sweet. And I have not used it. I had not even opened it. And so I thought, you know what? Let me just take it out and see what's going on. Well, the one thing that was an issue is that, oh, and I put them away. The paints I used are regular, like craft paint. I think I got them from Five Below. Was it Five Below or Pop Shelf? One of the two. And now I don't know if it's because it was a brand new jelly plate and it needs to kind of like be seasoned. I'm not really sure. But when I put the paints on there, they're not, they're inexpensive, craft paint. And when I put the paint on there, it kind of like beat it up, and it ended up looking almost like, I don't know if you could see that like close up, that right there. It looks like dendritic, whatever you call that, dendritic, whatever. Anyway, yeah, so I don't know. I'm not very good at it. You know what I mean? So this is what the whole thing looked like before. Yeah. And there I go. Here I go, sinking in my chair. I don't understand what the problem is. Anyway, what this is an envelope. It starts out as a white mailing envelope. For some reason, and I really don't know why, I purchased a big old box years ago. And they've basically just been sitting in my cupboard, in my closet for a long time. And then last year, I started using them. Yeah, it was last Christmas. I started using them and making just my journals, my the creative daily journals, and each of them holds a month, and they're just like the perfect size, because I do believe these are 9 by 12. Let me just see if I can. I think they're, yeah, 12. Yeah, they're 9 by 12. So it works out, makes them 6, 6 by 9 basically. So it works out perfectly. I love the size, love the size. And yeah, it just works great to hold one signature, for a month, for me anyway. Now, this particular one, I think I'm gonna use this for the remainder of the year. I think in last Ramble session or one of my videos recently, there's only been two, but I've been thinking about doing that, because I have not kept a creative daily journal this whole year. Okay. As most of you know, I just recently moved and I had my craft supplies packed up for like almost a year. Yeah. And then even when I took the paints out to do this, a lot of my tube paints were like crusted over. I don't know what the deal is with that. I'm not really sure. The other thing I found out too, oh my goodness, my ink pads, I'm going to have to figure out a way like to re-ink them or something because they are dry. They are very dry. And so that was disappointing. But anyway, um, so yeah, so I did this. I'm not, like I said, I'm not very good at it. To me, it ends up being like a muddy mess, but it is what it is. And then to rectify the muddy mess, I just put some, music text and kind of tried to blend it in. Y'all know how much I love pink. Yeah, I just had this little bird, in my stash, some washi tape, and then I sewed around it. Oh my goodness, the story of the sewing machine. One day, it was after a showing, I believe, or an open house. I'm not really sure. But it was at the very beginning when we first put our house up for sale. And over in the corner, or well, on the side of our garage, we had boxed up all my craft supplies and stacked them all many, many, many boxes. Okay, many boxes. And then in that pile was my sewing machine. Now, why it was on top of boxes, I'm not really sure. Um, I can't remember. I don't know how we couldn't have put it that high up. I mean, that would have just been dumb, right? But anyway, you never know around here. And so anyhow, so we get home from, the open house or whatever it was. We open the garage door and there had been an avalanche, okay, of boxes of my craft stuff. Um, not too many things broke. I did find, some ceramic things that had cracked and, it wasn't too horrible. But when I was unpacking here at the new house, I took out my sewing machine and pieces were falling off of it. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I plugged it in, I turned it on. I did not check the foot pedal, but when I turned it on, the light did not work. And I thought, oh my heavens to Betsy, this sewing machine is broken. And it made me very sad because um, it's my only sewing machine. And my husband bought it for me years and years and years ago. Okay. And I have sewn many a quilt on it. I have sewn many journals on it. I mean, it's very sentimental to me, right? So, anyhow, I thought when I was going to do this sewing around here, I thought, you know what? Let me just check this again to make sure that it really truly is broken, you know? So I plugged it in, I turned it on, the light did not go on. But I checked the foot pedal and lo and behold, it sews, right? So I was so thrilled about that. So I sewed around it just messy, you know, and there is a method to my madness. The reason why I sew it messy is because I can't sew a straight line to save my life. I mean, there is a guide on the sewing machine, but still, I would just rather it messy, right? And then I sewed here and sewed a little bit here. You know, now that I'm looking at it again, I kind of, you know, it's growing on me. And then I did splatter it with gold paint, and I love that. And this right here, I just put some eyelets in it to um, have a tie. And this is just a dyed seam binding. Uh, and I did it so long ago, I could not tell you how I did it. I might have a video on it. I might. This is the inside. Not a fan. Okay, not a fan. I was just playing around with paint and scribbling and whatever. But in here are various papers, you know, um, between, you know, vintage papers, map pages. Um, this is just book pages, doilies, music, my dyed paper. Yeah. So I did not count the pages in this. So I have no idea how many I put in here. Uh, let me think. What do I do normally? If I do 8 pages, I don't know how many I do in a regular journal. If I want single sided, I do 8 pages. If I want double sided, I think I do 16. Is that right? I don't know. Because each page that you put in here, right? Each single page has one, two, three, four surfaces, right? So, however many pages you put together and fold, like say you were going to put if you're only working on a single page, okay, not, in other words, not a double spread, okay, a single page, it, let's say you put 2 pages folded in half, it would be 2 times 4. So you'd have 8 surfaces to write on. So I hope that makes sense. And then you just simply double it if you're doing a 2 page spread. Okay. I think, I think I'm not going to determine whether I'm not, let me collect my thoughts. I'm not going to do single or double spread. I'm going to do whatever it turns out to be, right? And this, it might be in chronological order, but it might not be. So I will be dating the pages. But let's just say, for instance, let me see. I have this here, right? Culver's. It's like a hamburger place. And my husband had never been there. And we were at Publix one day, and I was like, oh my gosh, there's Culver's. Now, they sell cheese curds, and I love cheese curds. I love them. Okay. Fried cheese curds, they are so delicious. So, my husband had never, he's had cheese curds before, but not from this store because it is on the opposite side of the road. Whenever we're like coming home, I notice it, but we're on the opposite side of the road, so I'm not going to have him like do a you know, it's not that important to me. So I just happened to look up when we were in the parking lot of Publix, and I was like, oh my goodness, honey, we're on the right side of the road. There's Culver's. Let's get some cheese curds. So we did. Okay. Now we did that on the 17th. Okay. It was after my oncology appointment. And oh, good news about that too. I'll tell you about that in a minute. So anyhow, if I wanted to write about Culver's, I would probably only, you know, cut this out, glue it in, and then write here about, you know, how it was the first time my husband had been and blah, blah, blah. Basically what I just told you, right? Um, Other times I might decide to just do a collage on the page, right? Maybe I'm feeling artistic that day and I might do something like that. Other days, you know, I might come in here and write about whatever, you know, like what I'm doing that day, as in a regular journal page. Or so I'm leaving this open to my own interpretation, you know, like whatever I want to put in here, that's what's going to go in here. If in fact I put anything in here. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I think it's time, guys. I think it's time that I return to the creative journal. Now, it's probably not going to be daily, but oh, here's the other thing. This right here, I might write a story about that, right? And that is a street lamp, right? Because I couldn't think of the word, and I'm looking at it. It's right there in front of my window, and it sort of looks like this, although it's not gas powered and it's not iron looking like this one is. But yeah, sort of similar. And it's wonderful when I'm up in the morning doing my walking. Yeah, it's wonderful because like the whole neighborhood's lit up, and I like that a lot. Anyway, yeah, I couldn't think of the word, but I do believe it's a street lamp. I think that's what it's called. So yeah, maybe I'll write a story about that. Who knows? Who knows? Let me see what else I can, and I can always put pictures of things. I might even go back in time, like when we got our curio cabinet, or when my husband hung my the quilt that his great aunt made out of 1800 Scottish fabric. So yeah, I might do something like that too. So yeah, I am going to do what I want to do when I want to do it, and we'll see how it goes. Now, I do intend, when January 2025 comes around, I do intend on going back to my daily creative journal, or my creative daily journal, because I do really enjoy doing it. I just kind of want to ease myself into the process, not put too much pressure on myself, and yeah, see how it goes from there. But that is how this is going. And I think on this front page here, I often, and I know some people are like this. Let me know in the comments if you're like this. I don't like starting on I don't like starting on this open page right here, the first page. I like this to kind of be like a title page, if you will, and then I would start with a certain date, a certain story, whatever on this page here, right? I just don't like starting that here. So what I thought maybe is I have this girl here. Isn't she cute? Yeah. So I might put her there and maybe put some quotes here. Who knows, Who knows? And then I want to put something here, which I thought maybe I could just paste this here. Yeah. Because it has the red in it, and I like the saying here by Eleanor Roosevelt. Yeah. I'm gonna take this off though. Yeah, and I might like dirty it up, like put some brown ink on it or some red ink on it. Yeah, so I think that would look cute just to kind of start it out, if you know what I mean. I don't know. Yeah, just have that there, right? And then this here, like I like that girl a lot. And I get these girls, just in case you're wondering, because someone's going to ask, I'm sure. I get it from this. I don't know how to pronounce that. So I hope it is there. But this book, I love this magazine so much. First of all, look at her. Yeah, I'm cutting her out too. Yeah, I love these. And the pages are matte. It's just a fantastic book. They have, if I lived in a cooler climate, of course, and if they weren't, you know, $100 for a jersey dress, I would love to purchase this as a wardrobe. But anyway, I do love the pictures, and yeah, so and I have many of them of the catalog. So I just love the way that they come out, and I love the matte finish. And I use these also in my color glue book, just so you know. But they're the perfect size, and they're so cute. So yeah, I do want to put these in there. And this here comes from this right here. Stick with it. And I don't know where they sell them. I have no idea. I actually bought these a long time ago down in the Keys at a thrift store that we would frequent like every weekend. Yeah. So it has a bunch of these little cards with sayings front and back. So yeah. So there's that. Um, let's see. I also received in the mail. I'm looking forward to this. This journal's growing on me. It's not my normal style. I don't even know if I have a style anymore. I'm not really sure, but it's growing on me. This is more like grungy, I guess you'd call it. I'm not really sure. Anyway, it'll work out. It'll work out. So there's that. I did receive this in the mail. Why I keep getting this, I don't know. Can you even see the whole thing? No. It's called Wilderness Travel. And yeah, I don't know. I don't recall ordering this, but you know, anywho, let's scoot it over like this. You won't be able to see the whole thing, but most of it. But look at this for like a red uh, glue book page. Isn't that pretty? But anyway, these have really nice pictures in it. This would be really nice for blue. Um, the only thing is these pages are super duper thick, right? You could also use this magazine because it is very big. It's very big. It is 12 almost by 8.5, I guess, or 8 3/4. So it is really big, and it has really great thick pages. So you could do like reverse collage on it. You could use this as a collage book, I guess, but I would cut some of these pages out. But it has gorgeous, gorgeous pictures. And I love these as well for just a regular random glue book because they're already in squares and rectangles, right? This would be great for like a black and white page. Um, they do have a lot of animals and a lot of people. I'm not crazy about putting either in my glue book, but pretty cool. Um, yeah, so they just, I mean, look at that. So beautiful. So beautiful. Like that's gorgeous. I would make an exception for that with that one. But anyway, yeah, I don't know how I get these. I don't know why I get them. Not really sure. But look at that. That's just gorgeous. These are thick. I would say these are even thick enough almost for a journal cover if you wanted to use that, as a journal cover. But I love how they have these like square pictures and rectangle like these here in all different sizes. So that's always really cool. Like that's gorgeous, right? Anyway, so I did get that as well. Let me think. I think, hmm, I think that that is all that I got. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I showed you, yes, these, which I love. I love because I do like to make a notation of when I film. So yeah, and I think um, I haven't really been doing too much else. Yeah, just that. And I tried my hand, like I said, at the whatchamacallit, at the gel plate. Yeah, I don't know. I'll probably need to get different paints, I would think. Different paints because I'm trying to use what I have, right? But if my paints are all crusty, yeah, I might have to get some different ones. So I don't know. We'll see. Christmas is coming up. Hmm. And I'm not very good at jelly printing. I'm just not good at it. So like I tried to do the what's it like the I made some, like, I filled it with paint, then I put some shapes on it, right? Like stamped images, right? Then I pulled those off, then I let that dry, and then I put a thin coat of another color on top, and then I tried to pick up everything, and it didn't really go that well for me. But anyway, and I'm not good with color combo. I don't know. It's going to take practice. So I might watch, a couple videos about it and all that and see if I can get any better at it because I would like to do it on like deli paper, regular paper. I would like to use it as fodder. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. But otherwise, that's what I've been up to. Not, you know, not too much time is spent in here, I have to tell you, because it doesn't take me very long to do this. I come in here and it's like literally 10 minutes. I really like that aspect of it, honestly. And then I'll come in here and maybe just work on something like this thing took me a couple of hours, to do. And I did enjoy doing it. So that's what's important, right? But I do want to use up my stuff and, yes, make some art and all of that fun stuff. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm hoping to not master, because that'll take a long, long time, but I'm hoping to get more into the groove of the gel plating, because I would love to do like I see so many people on Instagram, that do these beautiful collages with their jelly plate, and I'd really like to see if I could do that. Anyway, I also noticed too, like every time I touch my desk, you guys shake. So I really hope that wasn't an issue through the whole of my video. And yes, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, a wonderful week. I really appreciate that you chose to spend your time with me, because I know how precious time is. And I really appreciate each and every one of you. Uh, yeah. And that's all, folks. So I will catch you next time. Oh, it is shaking. Oh, forgive me. I hope I don't have to film this again. I'm sorry. Anyway, have a great day, and I'll catch y'all later. Bye for now.